I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be. I got heartaches in my pocket, I got echoes in my head, and all that I keep hearing now are those cruel, cruel things that you said. Oh, I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be. I got bruises on my memory, I got tear stains on my hands. In the mirror there's a vision of what used to be a man. I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be.
Something that we want you to know, that we love you, man, and that we care about you, and you're with us. We think about you all the time. Wish we could get another horse out for you and ride with us, and we just kind of shoot the breeze and ride together and hear your story, hear all the stuff you've been through. He says, man, I can turn anything around. I can turn no matter how bad you've had it, no matter how hopeless. Some of you guys, you thought it was the end. And could it possibly be that it's not the end, but the beginning?
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be.
Joshua, what are you doing?
Putting the horseshoe on the boat?
No, that's not how it's done. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I've seen this. This is what cowboy people do. They put the horseshoes in the things and they have the cowboy boots. Yeah, I've seen that.
Those are for the horses.
Horses don't wear cowboy boots. Come on, that's ridiculous.
No, the shoe, you nail it right into the leg.
I'm not nailing that into my leg. No, I'm putting on the boot. That should do it.
I can hear the rain again. Baby, I'm looking down back at you. Where you going?
was right in the middle of taking my Wrangler class when all of a sudden my horse just freaks out. Someone had brought out a yellow raincoat and it just spooked into this wild frenzy where it was just throwing his head and bucking his feet and running into a full gallop all around the corral. But I didn't freak out because this stuff happens all the time around horses. Maybe some car backfires or there's a bee sting. They're horses. So in that moment, I just held on tight and just said, hey, let it run it out. And it turns out that one of the judges in the Wrangler class came up to me at the end and said, because you responded the way you responded when that situation happened, it proved to us that you are qualified to become a Wrangler. And so there's so many things in life that can hit us at an unexpected moment and an unexpected time. But we can pre-think this stuff, guys. You're in the yard, a fight breaks out. That stuff happens. You're in the cafeteria, somebody insults you, somebody says something starts to get out of hand. Maybe a CEO or a staff member says something to you that you don't want to hear. Pre-think those moments. Take a step back. Gain your composure. And choose how to respond. Not react, but act in a way that takes you further. You know, a guy was telling me one time about the moment he looked in the rearview mirror and saw a cop car behind him, pulling him over. He panicked. Pedal to the metal, all out high-speed chase. Ended up in his demise. But he told me that afterwards I thought about it, there was no situation there. There was no reason to panic. But I didn't know what to think because I hadn't thought about these things before. I was thinking about something else. And so it's in that ability to think ahead of time that's actually going to give you an advantage in whatever situation you're facing.
There's this behavior that you find in certain horses called barn sour. And what that is when the horse just does not want to leave the stall. It's comfortable in the barn, it's what he knows, he likes to just sit there and eat. And it's so frustrating sometimes because you'll be trying to get it to go down the trail, you know, you'll be leading a trail, and the horse just slowly turns his head, jerks against that bit, and wants to U-turn right back to the stall. It's its comfort zone, and it likes to be in its comfort zone. And so do we. Sometimes I'll be working with somebody who gets out of prison, and their first tendency is to go back to the same friends, the same situation, the same town that they were before. And of course I understand it, you know, you understand that comfort, that security, that just kind of habit to go back to what you know. But there's a real danger there because you're instantly just caught up in that same cycle, that same pressure that often led you to get into prison in the first place. And I was talking to this guy in Florida, I was in a prison, and this exact same thing happened. He got out, he went back to the same town, the same friends, caught up in a bunch of junk, and it led him right back into prison. And it was just so sad, you know, and I was kind of trying to talk him through it, and I was like, come on, brother, let's back out a second, because he only had a year to go, he was gonna get back out again. And I was like, okay, so you say you wanna go back to that town because everybody knows you there. How many people know you there? Is it like 1,000 people? No, not even close. Is it like 100 people? No, realistically, it's not 100 people. It wasn't like 20, it wasn't like 30. We got down to maybe like 6 or 7 people. And I'm like, come on, brother. Are you really gonna let your whole life be determined by 6 or 7 people that know you in a certain town, in a certain place, when there's a whole world out there? 190 countries, cities, places, experiences, places where you could touch others, to dream big. And we had a beautiful conversation. He ended up leaving inspired to learn Spanish, thinking maybe he could get another opportunity of something he never dreamed of. And so it's just sometimes that when we venture out into the unknown and leave our comfort zone, leave our barn, that you can become bigger, that you can become who you are meant to be.
Secretariat was one of the greatest racehorses of all time. He won 20 out of 21 of the races that he ran in. And almost every single time that he got on the track, he would set some kind of a new record. And it absolutely dumbfounded the whole racing world because they couldn't figure out what put this horse in a league of his own, what made him so much faster than every other horse that was out there. And it wasn't until after his death that they realized that Secretariat's heart was literally, physically, 2.5 times larger than any other horse's heart out there. The average horse's heart weighs about 9 or 10 pounds. Secretariat's heart, 22 pounds. Brother, it is all about heart. Everything comes down to how big, how deep will you build your own heart. In the Old Testament, in Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 5, Jeremiah was just kind of complaining, just saying to the Lord how hard life was and how everything was just unjust and against him, just the suffering that he was dealing with. And God didn't say to him what you would expect. You know, you would expect a reply of, well, just be patient, just hang in there. You know, it's going to get better. Take it easy. Wait for stuff to kind of improve. And that's not what the Lord said. God said, if you have run with footmen and they have tired you out, how are you going to compete with horses? That is something else, man. That is something else. That's like, I don't know, in that situation, what's scarier, to think about the Lord saying that you are capable of competing with horses, running with horses, or that you're going to be in a situation where you actually need to. But what if you could build your heart to such an extent that you didn't have to just sit back and wait for the situation to get smaller, for things to get easier, for you to be able to handle them. But you became so big with such a deep heart that there was no situation or circumstance too big for you to handle. That you actually built your heart to such an extent that you could run with horses.
David, Psalm 51:17 says the one thing that God wants from you is not your money, not saying this or learning that. The one thing he wants is a broken and contrite heart. God is near the brokenhearted. You think all of your wild ways keep you from God. You know, you think, yeah, you don't know what I said, Michael. You don't know what I did. I said this, I did this about God. I cursed him so bad, I did this. Man, you would never know that. You know what? God knows that. And he understands why you did it. When he begins to reveal himself to you, you know, and you begin to see, whoa, God is not at all what I thought. He's not at all this distant being of anger and abstract cosmic spirit in the sky. He really does come to you if you will talk to him. None of your wild ways, my dear brother or sister, keep you from God. Wild horses couldn't pull God away from you. That's how much he loves you.
Wandering wild, brain in the low. what you are forgetting. Forgiveness I want. A new day inside. Your heart will arise. For I'll never leave you. I will stay by your side. Horses, good and drag me away. Horses, good and drag me
When I was a kid, I remember the first time I got to ride a horse, and I remember looking forward to it all week, and then I was out on the trail ride, and the horse was barely moving, and I was so disappointed. And so I would kick my little shoes into the side of that horse as hard as I possibly could. And I would go, yeah, 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 and I would slap it on the butt, and I was trying to get that thing to move. It would not budge. It just meandered down the trail. I got so frustrated, I was like, I think my horse is broken. Sarah is an expert in horses. She was riding next to me, and she's like, yeah, it's broken, but not in the right way. She explained to me that it's very common on a dude ranch to train a horse to be a trail horse, where all it does is follow the tail of the horse in front of it, no matter what. And then I remember another experience years later. We were in Mexico by a place called Arcos de Sitio, outside of Mexico City, working there. And we got a chance to ride some other horses. This time when I was on the horse, we were in a desert landscape much like this. And the horse started to take off. And I went a little harder, and it took off a little faster. Before I knew it, I was flying. It was the most beautiful experience. It was like a Lamborghini. We were just racing over the desert terrain, and I hardly had to do anything. The horse knew exactly what to do because it had been trained and broken in a different way. Not to its demise, but to its advantage. Many of you probably identify with the idea of a wild stallion, as do I, that we just want to run free on the wild terrain. Our spirit does not want to be tamed. In any sense that speaks of like conformity to the barn, to the system, is just a bummer, and we don't want to go anywhere near it. If that comes near us, we spook in the opposite direction. You say, I don't want to be like that horse that follows the tail of the horse in front of it, going through the motions of a mundane life. That ain't me. But my friend, when we talk about these things, about being broken, and about the Father's breaking, it's not going to make us into a slow, dumb horse that just follows the tail of the horse in front of it, but rather like a stallion that will respond in a split second to take off galloping. There's this school in Austria, it's called the Spanish School for Horses, where a horse and a trainer will train together for 12 years in order to be able to perform this very eloquent style of like an art and a dance and a competition all woven in, where the rider and the horses are doing these intricate moves. And it comes from the ancient reality of taking a horse into battle and training that horse to such an extent where not only does it give them the advantage of being on a horse, but every intricate movement of a sidestep, a step forward, maybe kneel down to pick up a wounded warrior. I'm talking about intricate combat in a battlefield, and they would train their horses to such an extent that it was glorious. And it became a companion, like the movies like Gladiator or Braveheart, where you see these warriors that have these horses, and it's phenomenal. My brother or sister, this is the kind of breaking that we're talking about. That it is not to your demise. It is not to break your spirit or ruin your spirit or make you into a barn horse, but rather a horse that is not only unafraid to ride into battle, but knows that his master will bring him victory.
So from all of us to each of you, you know, we just tell you, man, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't listen to all the noise in your head when you're laying in the bed at night, you're laying in your bunk, and all the memories come back, all the accusations, all the things that have been said to you and about you, you know, the labels that are put on you. Don't give in. Don't give in. Believe, have hope. Have hope. Have hope. Have hope.
And so, if you keep walking west, through the forests, across the streams, over the mountains, across the deserts and the canyons, eventually you will walk out onto the shores of the Pacific Ocean. So take off your shoes and put your feet in the sand. Smell the air and feel the salt on your face. And just be here for a while.
All right, guys and gals, so now I'm gonna walk you through that choreography so that way you can follow along there and have some fun in your cell and do the dance along with us, or maybe even at your facility you could get some people together and do some line dancing. And who knows, maybe someday we'll be at your facility doing a live show and we'll get you up and you can do it along with us and you already know the moves. So if you're watching on tablet, you can just keep rewinding it and watch it a few times to get comfortable. But if you're watching on CCTV, you'll just wait for the loop to start again. So here we go, I'm gonna face so that way you can see. We got our right leg first. We got 1, 2, tapping our heel, and then we're gonna tap our toe twice, 3, 4. Now we're gonna step out, 5, 6, tap your heel with your left hand, 7, 8, tap your heel behind. Grapevine out, 1, 2, cross behind, step, 3, 4. Grapevine back, 5, 6, cross behind, step, together. Now we're gonna double tap again, forward, 1, 2, tap behind, 3, 4. Now we're gonna do singles where it's heel, toe, heel, toe. Now we're gonna do the cowboy kick where you take a step, kick, take a step back, hit your toe again. Step forward, cowboy kick, tap back, tap your heel. Now we're gonna step forward, We're gonna slap our heel with our right hand to our left foot. Now we're gonna slap our right knee with our right hand. And that ends the sequence. Now when we do it, we're gonna do it twice. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,